We got freedom to gain, we feed them the game. Turn on new freedom exchange, we freeing your brain. They trying to shackle your mind, no half of us blind. Remember the past, but never go backwards in time. The ancestors lived through us, they help us build a model community. New Africa is soon to be. So tune in to Sister Marsha, Mujahideen, Imam Bilal, to get your cultural enlightenment now.
Welcome back to another edition of New Freedom Exchange, your cultural expression for social dignity and community empowerment. I'm your co-host, Mujahideen, here with...
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Marsha. Somebody stole my studio.
Wa alaikum assalam. It's Imam Bilal. We're here, we're live and direct, back on New Freedom Exchange. So if you're watching, we're going to ask everyone to please give salams or peace, the universal greetings of peace, wherever you are. Let us know what city or country you're tuning in from. We can shout you out. And make sure you share the live stream. Share it to your friends. If you're watching on Facebook, share it there. If you're watching on YouTube, you can share it as well. Hit subscribe, hit like, all of those great things. We are streaming also simultaneously to the Muslim Journal News YouTube channel. So go hit subscribe as well to the Muslim Journal YouTube news channel. So alhamdulillah, we're here, we're back. It's been a little hiatus. You know, you saw me last time by myself. Probably wondering where everyone was at. So alhamdulillah, it's been some things. A lot of things have happened since we last had a show, all three of us together. So Brother Deen and Sister Marsha are in the same location, and I'm not.
somebody crashed my studio. Y'all know this is my setup.
How's everyone doing?
Doing great.
Doing well. A lot has happened since the last time we've been on the screen. If you didn't know, Mujahideen and I are married now.
Hold on. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh boy, we don't need all of that extra stuff you're about to do. I promise.
I wasn't ready for
that. Now you got him. Yeah, extra. Okay. If y'all thought he was extra, he about to get extra with all these claps and drum beats and all this other stuff. But yeah, so on May 4th, we did get married, and it was a beautiful ceremony. And we just want to thank everyone who did come for being there, those who watched virtually, those who sent gifts. We really appreciate you all. And we look forward to the work that we get to continue to do together. That is just bigger and better and more impactful. So thank you to Bilal for being there as a witness for us. Absolutely. Signing them papers, witnessing the marriage. So, you know, he's very much a part of our family. Just wanted to say on camera that we appreciate you, B.
No, thank you. And, you know, we appreciate the newlyweds, and like they said, the work still continues, so you're still seeing New Freedom. We're not going nowhere. I was a little worried. I was like, I'm just going to be by myself. MIA. Everyone's going to get fancy on me.
Nah, we ain't going to do that to you, B. We ain't going to do that to you. We 10 toes down with you. It's always been that.
It's going to turn into the Bilal show in a minute. Alhamdulillah, we are grateful for this opportunity to be here. We have an amazing guest with us, actually a returning guest. With us, Imam Salim Mumin of the Muslim American Logic Institute, which is also known as M.A.L.I, which has been one of our longest standing institutions in the community of Imam Muhammad. May Allah forgive him his sins and grant his station in paradise. I mean, Imam Salim is a Arabic professional, Qur'anic Arabic professional, and has been doing this for a very, very long time. And he's inspired so many students who are working in various fields of their professional interests, but they have a very unique perception and conception of the Quran. So without no further ado, we're going to bring on Imam Salim Mumin.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you today, Imam?
I'm doing good. How are you all?
Alhamdulillah.
Well.
You all just smiling? Yeah. Okay. All right. Am I the first guest of you two together? Oh, good. I'm honored. I'm honored.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, we have a lot to talk about today. This is actually my first time getting to meet you virtually. So,
Okay.
we have an opportunity to do that. I heard so much about M.A.L.I over the years, and we kind of just want to get into like who Imam Salim Mumin is and a little bit about the institute.
Is that a question? Is that
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah, let us know. Unleash, man. It's on you.
Well, who am I? I don't know who I am. I don't know. M.A.L.I. The M.A.L.I Institute, I'll put it at the end. It's Muslim American Logic Institute. And it's based upon learning to read and comprehend the Quran. Read and comprehend what you're reading. That's the foundation. And we've been doing it for at least 15 years now. We've been teaching for 15 years. And we graduate, we may have at least up to 30 people before COVID was graduated. We have quite a few this year at the conference graduating. And we're also beginning to publish. The students are beginning to publish now. So we're going to have our first conference based upon our first publication. Our conferences will be based upon publications from this time forward. We're working on another publication. So every year we should be publishing at least one to two publications a year, starting out. But this is what M.A.L.I is about. Yes, we have a very unique method that I devised. It took a while to do it. I started myself. I started working on it back in the early 80s. In the early 80s. And it took time because the whole system, I'm looking at the people in our community, the African American. What makes it difficult? That we try to learn. You hear people saying, I started, I stopped, I tried, I couldn't get it. You know, what's the problem? So it took a while. From maybe the 80s, mid 80s to 2000, around 2006, before I was confident I have the system. An easy way to learn to read the Quran with comprehension. And look at all of the variables and why the systems that we use don't work. We don't know that. We don't know. It's not the person, it's not the individual, it's the system that you're using, the method that you're using that cause you not to learn. And a lot of other variables, you know, you're in masjids, you start out, but the teacher is important. They're very important. I have to go somewhere this weekend. I have to go somewhere next weekend. I can't be here. You know, it's snowing. It's hot. So there's a lot of stop and go. Well, we got an affair this weekend. We're going to cancel class. All of this causes students to become despondent, you know? And in between, they're not learning. The other thing that makes M.A.L.I successful is that we drill the student. Now, some things I say, you know, I'm a little older now, so I might say things that offend people. But, you know, I have an excuse to offend people. I'm old. So y'all can't offend people. You're still young, but I can. And then I can blame it on old timers disease, you know, something of that nature. But anyways, a lot of the people who are teaching are not really teachers. They're not teachers. To be a teacher, you have to repeat yourself. You have to repeat yourself over and over. You know, if you look at Mujahideen, a student now, you look at Form 2. To be Mu'allim, Form 2, you have to intensify the idea of causing someone to learn. To do that, you have to have repetitiveness. Causation brings about, intensity brings about repetitiveness. I mean, you have to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over. Most people say they're teachers that get bored with their own teaching. Because I already said that. I already did that. I just told you that. Oh, you got it. But they don't drill the student, see if you have it. That's part of the failure of trying to learn. Because the teacher's not going to drill you. The teacher's not going to say that's not correct. Look at it again. These are fears the teacher may have of losing the student. Because many of the teachers want the student to like them, make them popular. So I haven't been made popular, so I don't know who I am. You have to tell me who I am. Who do you say I am?
Now we go into the Bible, Imam. I grew up in the church, so I know what that meant.
Yes. So these are now the method. Where do we get the methods from that we're using? The methods we're getting from is from the colonizers, the people who colonized the Muslim world, the Muslim countries. In colonizing them, the first time they go into a country and they want to take over the administration, they have to communicate with the people, therefore they have to learn Arabic to communicate. In doing so, the first generation, they learned Arabic the correct way, and they picked the Quran up, and the Quran converted all of them. Now the strategy is, how can we learn Arabic and colonize these people without the Quran capturing them? See, the people didn't convert them, the Quran did. So how can we have to have a method we can use so that they won't be, so when they pick the Quran up, it won't do anything to them. So we pick translation up, translation won't do it. We get a little from translation, but it won't do it. It won't grab you. You know, it won't force you to reflect. It won't force you to think. It's written too smoothly. You know, the Quran, when you read in Arabic, it forces you to think. It forces you to reflect. It forces you to ask questions. It forces you. So, and in doing so, it enhances the imagination. It enhances the thought process, so forth and so on. So we don't want that to happen. So there are methods that they use in universities and other places are methods to prevent you learn Arabic, but the Quran won't do anything to you unless you take it upon yourself individually to look into it. So a lot of us don't know that the colonizers adopted those methods. And we don't know we're following those methods because we don't know it, that we're following those methods of teaching. So that's another problem. You know, how can we read the Quran for ourselves? That the Quran will influence us, will inspire us, we'll be inspired by it. This is the system that we have. The first thing you have to do is take out all transliteration. No transliteration. That's part of the scheme. You know, some of you have the dictionary, a lot of transliteration in it. It's no good. You can't see it. If you're looking at transliteration, the Quran won't do anything to you. So you have to cut that out. If you know M.A.L.I, there's no transliteration. None. Because you have to see the words. As you see them, and you have to see words in context with other words. Not just seeing a word by itself, you have to see it used in context with another word. You have to see words used in context with each other to get conceptual ideas from the Quran. these methods, this type of method, they didn't want us to have. And you'll find throughout the Muslim world, most of the common people cannot read the Quran with comprehension. They say it's too difficult. It's not my language. But Allah, there are not two Qur'ans. There's not a Arabic Qur'an and a foreign language Qur'an. There's only one Qur'an. Allah intended for all people. And Allah created us in a way that we can learn to read the Qur'an with comprehension. And Allah says, and I will make it easy. Someone else made it difficult, but Allah made it easy. The system is easy. So this is what we're working with M.A.L.I. Now, here's the strange thing.
Real quick, brother man, when you just said about the transliteration, you have to see the Arabic. Is there not a distinction between the Quranic Arabic and colloquial Arabic or dialect Arabic?
Yes. I can't speak a lot on dialect Arabic because I don't know dialect Arabic. But there's a difference because you have Muslims, Muslims, okay, we call it Arabic. So you have dialects, let's say street Arabic, what the common people may speak on the street. There are people in one country who may speak Arabic in a dialect, and people in another country speaks a different dialect. Sometimes they don't understand each other. The only way they can understand each other if they can raise it to what we call modern standard Arabic. Now, if they can speak modern standard Arabic, that's the Arabic of the news reporters, the educated people. That's modern standard Arabic. So you have these are the two people talk about. Colloquial or a street, I'm referring to a street Arabic, and then you have modern standard. If you can speak modern standard, the people will understand you with modern standard, but sometimes they can't speak back. The next level that they don't speak about is Qur'anic Arabic. The Qur'anic Arabic is higher, and it is written, the Quran is a literary piece. It's a very highly written literary piece that people don't speak. People don't speak the Quran, even though it came orally, but you don't go to the marketplace and people are speaking Quran. People don't speak with the, if you follow the Quranic, the way the Quranic is written, they don't speak in that type of vernacular. So they don't speak Quran. Really, Quran is not a spoken language, even though it was given orally. This is what we talked about earlier, reciting and reading. We take the word to read, we say recite, because it was given orally. But really, it's a reading, not just a reciting without reading, a reciting without comprehension. You can recite with comprehension, but for us, recitation is reciting without comprehension. But that has become more popular than reading with comprehension. Now, for us, for American people, that should be foreign to us, because we're in a country where you are forced to go to school. You have to go to school. If you don't go to school, that's child abuse. If you don't put your child in school, and the State Department can come and take your child from you. So we don't have this in every country throughout the world. So given a choice, many Muslims choose not to study Quran, not to learn to read. In this country, most Muslims, if you give them the choice is, no, I won't study it. I learn a few words, and I'll dazzle you with a few words. But to study it, to be inspired by it, no, we don't have that. Because we've been influenced by the colonizers, the slave owners, when it comes to this religion, when it comes to the Quran. And we're carrying it out not knowing. We're carrying out the scheme without knowing we're carrying out the scheme. So M.A.L.I is changing that. We have a system that you can learn to read the Quran with comprehension. I don't speak fluently. I don't pretend to speak fluently. And when you see me and talk to me, I don't shoot a lot of Arabic out at you. But when you open the Quran up, okay, you got to sit a while. That's strange. It's strange to find someone who could read the Quran with comprehension from the Arabic text, but can't speak the language. Most of the time, and this is another problem, most of the time you would say you have to learn to speak before you learn to read. Right? You don't send a child to school and can't speak, or now they send them to child care, but you say before you learn to read, you have to learn how to speak first. Then when you start reading, I can show you what you have been saying and how to say it correctly. So most people think you have to learn to speak Arabic. They don't learn to speak Arabic because they're not in an Arab environment. To speak Arabic, you have to hear Arabic. To speak English, you have to hear Arabic. If you're born deaf, most likely you can't speak because you have to hear the language. And it becomes habitual, not learned. From hearing it and speaking it, it can become habitual, and you understand each other by the patterns of the speech. Even in English, most of us doesn't know English grammar. We know how to speak habitually, and we know by the patterns of speech. And if you're not speaking correctly, you can go to school and learn how to speak better. Even I may not speak correct English. I couldn't be a news reporter because I don't speak perfect English. I have to go to school and learn more to help my pattern of speech, to say things, to be more precise in English. But at the same time, I can read the Quran from the Arabic text and show things in it and be inspired by it that the English can't show. You understand?
Right.
That's strange. That's very strange. When I meet people, they say, how can you do that with the Quran, but you can't speak?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, if you see someone, we see people all the time that can speak but can't read. We call them illiterate, unlettered, right? But how often do you see someone who can read Shakespeare but can't speak? And they can explain Shakespeare and show you, but they can't speak. Strange, unheard of, impossible. Therefore, in our method of teaching Arabic, we have in it a methodology of learning how to use the language so you can speak or write the language. Let's take that out. Let's take out the method of you learning how to speak. Let's take out the method of you learning how to write and just have it in the method reading the Quran and comprehending what you read from the Quran. You can read the Quran and comprehend the Quran because one, the book repeats itself. That's why the book Allah is teaching through repetition. So you're going to remember. You're going to learn vocabulary. You're going to see structure over and over. And there are other unique things about the Quran because we're focusing on the Quran only. The vocabulary is Quranic vocabulary only. So we're not trying to learn how to use the language. When do I use this word? And what case do I use this word? What case do I use this word? When do I use this word? In what instance? So forth and so on. Now, take all of that out. Don't use the rabbit went in the garden to eat a carrot. Take all that vocabulary out. Only Quranic vocabulary. That way the progress is going to be faster of you learning how to read with comprehension. In fact, that's all you're going to know. Because you don't know no other Arabic. You're not coming with baggage of knowing some kind of Arabic, and now I don't understand what I used to say it this way. None of that baggage. When you come into class, you don't know anything. Right? You have to depend solely upon me of what I give you because you don't have anything. You don't have speech, you don't have letters, you don't have writing, you don't have any of that. So the process becomes easier and really faster of learning to read the Quran with comprehension. There are people now that say, they say, "Man, Salim, how the students doing? What are we doing? So and so and so and so." African Americans? No way. Because the African American is known to be a people who don't want to study. They want to go into class and they want to spend 15 minutes. This is what they say. Oh, they just want to go in class and spend 15 minutes and then be called a sheikh.
Well, Imam
They want to learn 4 5 words and be called a sheikh. Yes.
Imam Salim, hey, but what you've been able to produce, look, what you've been able to produce is this right here. You've been able to produce, alhamdulillah, to defeat the stereotype of what you just said, because that's a stereotype that African Americans don't want to study. The M.A.L.I has been able to produce 12 years of graduates who are fluent in understanding, not just reading and recitation, but they're fluent in comprehension, as Imam Salim mentioned. So this is coming up, the M.A.L.I's Qur'anic Conference, and the theme is the book that Imam Salim, the first publication out of M.A.L.I, Parents as Guardian of Ours from Infancy to Maturity. Again, we'll repeat this topic, it's a very powerful theme. Parents as guardian evolvers from infancy to maturity. This is happening at Masjidullah on Lampkin Pike in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on June 28th to June 30th. It is from Friday to Sunday. With Friday, with meeting with the M.A.L.I authors and the book signing. Saturday will be the group discussion sessions based upon the book. And then there will be a dinner and presentations. And then Sunday will be the discussion about the M.A.L.I system. Tickets are on sale. Tickets are on sale. We're going to put this link, put the link in the bio. Or is it there already? No. Let's put the link in the comment section for people to buy tickets, because you should come out to support M.A.L.I, but also try to get involved in M.A.L.I's programming. Let's put the book cover up. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful book cover. Parents as Guardian Evolvers from Infancy to Maturity by students of the Muslim American Logic Institute. This is powerful, brothers and sisters. This is exactly what we're talking about, producing from our own community, from our own experience, students who are qualified to give understanding of the Quran to the masses, to the people. This is what is missing in society, as Imam Salim talked about. There's a lot of people who've memorized, but they have no comprehension based upon what they are reading. So, Imam Salim, can you talk to us a little bit more about what to expect at the conference? How excited are you and the believers as this is your 12th year?
Okay. I'm going to start talking. I'm an introvert. Ask me the question, I'm going to start talking.
I can't tell.
You
are far from an introvert, okay? I don't know who you trying to kid with that.
I think you're just saying that, Imam Salim. But...
No, y'all pushing my buttons.
The right one.
But you can interrupt me at any time.
Okay.
But the conference.
Yes.
We're trying something new in our community.
Alhamdulillah.
We're trying something new. That is, we're getting away from the cookie cutter. Friday is going to be culture night. Saturday is going to be workshop. Sunday is going to be the public address. And everybody has the same conference. Basically, it's the same conference. We're having an educational conference. M.A.L.I is an educational institution that we're building in our community, beginning with Quran. So at this conference, it's going to be based upon the book that we wrote. And when you register, you will get the book will be given in the registration package. And we're going to be discussing the book throughout the conference. Different setups we're going to have, but throughout the conference, we're discussing the book. We're not going. There's no entertainment. We're not going to be dancing and giving motivational speeches. It's going to be educational. First of its kind. We're changing the paradigm. Now, is it going to work? I don't know. Maybe we need to go back to getting top-heavy preachers to, you know what I mean?
I think it's gonna work, and you know why I think it's gonna work? Because
What?
I saw the title of this conference. It was appealing to me as a Muslim parent, right? As
Yes.
someone who is striving to evolve my children with the Deen of Al-Islam, right? So
Yes.
so it was captivating to even see the title, and then I was even more grateful when Mujahideen had got me the book. But you know, I think it's going to be excellent. I don't even know what to expect at the conference, but just
yes, we'll give it to you.
The title alone, that is something. Parents as guardian evolvers, that is something that we need to have more resources centered around for Muslim parents, because so many of us don't know how. We're doing the best we can with what we have, but we don't have real strategy for developing our Muslim children.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't have customs and traditions. And what's going to be different now, you hear yourself talking, you're a parent, everybody has something to say about parenting. When you come to the conference, you're in a safe place. What do you say about parenting? You're going to participate. No more sitting back and being preached to. We'll take a subject from the book, and you have something to say on that subject, whether you made a mistake, whether you were successful, but you have something to say about parenting. So you're going to participate in the conference. We want everyone to participate. And you're in a safe place with your participation. There is no book on parenting. There is no perfect book that tells you how to be a parent. There is no perfect parent. There's no perfect book on parenting. So all of us have had experience of either being parented or being the parent. So you have something to say. You have something to share. That's where we start. You're not going to have someone going to tell you this is how you parent. Okay, here are the 6 steps for parenting. No, we don't know the 6 steps. We don't have 6 steps. We have the Quran that's guiding us. It's not giving us the ABC, it's guiding us. So we're going to take the guidance and let's discuss it now. You know, you're not coming to a conference to sit back. You paid your money, you registered, now you have to talk.
I think Imam Salim, I think that's that concept is great because it's encouraging interaction, which sometimes we don't get that because, you know, we're used to being talked to.
Yes.
We used to being talked to, not engagement. We used to be preached to. You know, we go Friday for Jummah, we're being taught, someone's teaching, someone's instructing, but there is no engagement sometimes afterwards in the real time situations. Like parenting is the real time. You mentioned Quran guides us. It doesn't give us the literal ABCs, but it's guiding us for where we can compose and come up with the ABCs ourselves based upon our understanding of the Quran, our comprehension of it in real time. This is a real time topic, as Sister Marsha mentioned, for parents, and even for those who, like myself, are not parents yet, but we want to be around people who are parents or who have been parents, who can talk, who can give advice and counsel, and you could receive information in real time and ask questions and engage in real time. I think
Yes.
that's where I think it's a time and place. I think we have a time and place. We should have events geared like this more often, on local and national scales, locally and nationally. And then, we have the conferences where it's a mixture of the other components that you mentioned, but we do need to focus on some of these hardcore topics, that we don't have real-time solutions. And we can only put
Yes.
together real-time solutions if we come together on the basis of understanding, comprehending the Quran and the life of the Prophet, so that prayers blessed be upon him, and put together the manuals. This is a manual, brothers and sisters, that the M.A.L.I students have produced. It's a nice
Yes.
manual. And
Yes.
now we can come up with topics like manuals on sciences. I'm a science guy. So my
Yes.
interest is in sciences. Mine's
Yes.
interested in, we put up manuals about what the Muslims say on climate change here in America.
Yes.
What do Muslims say about different topics related to the sciences? And I
Yes.
think we need to I think, Imam Salim, you say you don't know who you are. I don't know why you keep saying that, but I think you're a teacher, you're an instructor, in the sense, I'm saying, that have helped guide people to the direction of the Quran, understanding the Quran, and then be able. Most people I know from M.A.L.I are professionals. They're professionals with their own careers. So I'm
Yes. There are
saying,
many. Well, yes.
they're applying their teachings. They're applying what they got from M.A.L.I based upon the Quran, and they're applying it to their fields. That's
Yes.
huge, man. And
Yes.
that's what caused al-Islam to spread in the world, because the Muslims weren't falling asleep to the fact that the Quran was a book also of not just revelation, it was a book of science, math,
Yes.
astronomy,
Yes.
etc.
Yes.
So that's
And it's a science within itself.
yes,
It's a
yes,
prerequisite to all other sciences,
yes, yes,
like math.
hmm
Math is a science within itself,
yes,
but it's also a prerequisite to many other sciences. That's how the Quran is. Not only that, we're learning to, when you read the Quran, where do you see it in your own environment? Not where someone else saw it in their environment. How does it apply to you in your environment? When we read about parenting, where do you see it in your own environment? How do you apply it in your own environment? It's difficult at first. First thing we want to do is go to the Middle East or Saudi Arabia and say what they said. We want to, oh, this is what the prophet said. No one asked who was his audience. He took the Quran to apply it to his audience. Who was his audience? Were they these scientists you were talking about? Were these advanced, knowledgeable people you're talking about? Were they the best minds of the world? So how did he talk to them? We have to take that into consideration. His audience. Did his audience already know? You get it? So when we take the Quran and we look at the life of the prophet, but how do we apply it to our audience? Who's in our audience? Which you brought up another important. We have people in the audience who are, we would consider educated. They went to school, they have degrees. See, I don't push it aside. Oh, a degree don't mean nothing. Yes, it does. It means something. You went to school. You followed a certain pattern. You learned how to write. You learned how to do term papers. You learn how to sit and listen to the professor, not try to take over the class. I don't think. Maybe you tried a couple of revolutions. I don't know. But I'm just saying. So it means something. And then we have people in the class who maybe haven't been in a classroom setting for the last 30 years. M.A.L.I system has to accommodate all of them in the class together without showing a preference and style to one and not the other. Everybody has to learn. So all of this is taken into consideration in what you're saying. Now, come. Here, the Quran is saying this on parenting. Where do you see it at? Where do you really see it? Not where you want to see it. A lot of times we want to see something, but what do we really see? For example, they say dating, there's no dating in Islam. Is that Quran? Maybe you read a book somebody wrote from Pakistan where the parents choose your mates. You don't have to date. Just tell me when you're ready. Or we already know who your mate is going to be. So we read a book, we try to adopt that. That's not our environment. Our environment is you meet someone, you like them, whatever. You bring them home and say, I want to introduce you to my parents. Now you can't reverse that cycle overnight. But how do you take the Quran and apply it to that culture and situation? Instead of trying to adopt someone else's culture and situation. So let's read it for ourselves and then let's look at it. That way, maybe we make mistakes in parenting. Maybe we've made some mistakes in parenting. Maybe we don't know how to correct those mistakes. Most of the time we do make mistakes. Then as grandparents, we got it, right?
Yep, them kids be like, wait a minute, you was a whole different parent to me.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? because I don't want to make that same mistake I made with you. But we have to have these conversations. What can we do? Where are we at? This is something I always present to the class. Where are we at? Sometimes we're offended to say where we at. We all show up at the masjid as the perfect Muslim. We the perfect Muslim. Jummah Day, we're the perfect Muslim. Recite Quran, Hadith, the dress, the manners, the perfect Muslim. That's how we present ourselves. That's how we want to be seen. No, let's go a little bit under the skin. Let's go and look and see how do we really apply this Quran in our life without even saying Quran, without even quoting, without even saying W. Muhammad said.
And that's so important. That's so important, Imam, because those are the things that are instrumental, I'll say, in us, losing generations of Muslims, right? We talk about all the time in our community how there's this divide. If you go into your masjid, you probably see like the parent generation, so the pioneers, and then perhaps you see some younger folks, but for the most part, there's this gap. And I think from, at least from my perspective, we have those gaps because we're having a tough time with certain concepts in our way of life, teaching them and implementing them as it relates to our children, right? So then you get children who rebel, you get children who are just like, that's not my life. That's your life. That's not my life. But we know that Al-Islam is universal, and it applies to you whether you apply to it or not. Right? And so I'm excited. I'm excited for the conference. Like I said, I am a parent. I have come next month, I'll have all my oldest is 20 now. So I was about to say I have all teenagers, but I'll have 13. I got 12 and 13. I have 18 and I have 20, right? So when you talk about like parenting and making mistakes, I know I've made them, so I know other people have made them too. And so if you're sincere in living this way of life and also promoting it amongst your children, then you want to be connected to strategies, techniques, tools to help you to deliver that message to your children in a way that's palatable. One of the things that came out of me listening to you that I heard very clearly was, how did the prophet speak to the people that he was addressing at that time. He wasn't using a language or a concept that was far above their heads. He was using things that were relatable to them, so that the message was able to sink in. So I'm excited for this conference, particularly because the subject matter is around parents as guardian involvers, and I just feel like that's something that if we can get that type of thing up under our belt and master it, we'd be in such a good position.
So we are coming up to our time here tonight, but we wanted to again reiterate that Imam Salim Mumin has been doing this for a very long time. As you could tell, he's very passionate. He says he's an introvert, but he's not. You know, he's not. Don't believe him. Don't believe when he says
don't
that.
Believe the
hype. And I know who I am too.
Listen. For those who are listening, go to MuslimAmericanLogic.org, MuslimAmericanLogic.org for more information about the conference itself, and also to register. Imam Salim, you have new classes coming up, correct, for Arabic 1?
Yes. Yes. Tomorrow, 9:30.
9:30 tomorrow. Okay,
yes.
You got it.
It's not too late to join.
Oh, great.
Yeah, come on in. I've been in the class for the last several months.
Yes.
I've been a lifelong student of Arabic, growing up with it, but it's nothing like getting as an adult and dealing with it with your rational mind, as the Imam just expressed, because you do have to learn the principles for understanding, not just for recitation.
Yes, alhamdulillah. And for you two, I'm going to say this, and that's it. I'm just going to say it.
I'm scared.
Qur'anic Arabic is a romantic language.
Ooh,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
but listen, when he get in your class, man, you better make sure he's paying attention.
I think that's our cue. To get into the class. Inshallah, to get class. We tend to take our classes together, Imam Salim. So a lot of the classes that we are involved in or have been involved in, we are all in it together. So inshallah,
alhamdulillah, that's good.
We'll get into it. But one more time, let's plug in the conference. Masjidullah is the place to be. June 28th to June 30th, M.A.L.I's 12th annual Qur'anic Confernce. Theme is Parents as Guardian Evolvers, from infancy to maturity. Again, this is a whole weekend of discussion, interaction. This is not a laid-back conference. Come with your pen, come with your paper, come with your mind, ready to receive, ready to talk, ready to engage in the dialogues that we have happening on Friday all the way to Sunday. Now, also, if you want to make some money, because we got to make some money too, man.
Make some money?
Yeah, we got to make some money too, man. So we can't be out here broke.
How we going to make some money?
By vending.
You got to buy attention. That's how we going to make some money.
Absolutely. You got the answer for that is in the Quran. So you can't tell me how we're going to make some money, because you're going to tell us at the M.A.L.I conference how we make some money based upon the Quran. Outdoor vending is complimentary.
Oh, yes.
Yes, to adult registration.
Complimentary. No, yes. No. See, you're educated. You say vending is complimentary. No, vending is free. Now, we reached everybody with that word. Vending is free.
Yeah, you got them all, man.
Hey, listen, one more before we let everyone go. There's two more announcements. Sister Sawad, for one of our cultural heroes, pioneers in our community. She's launching a very important platform. This is to support our artists. We have to support our artists. We have to. They're independent.
Oh yes.
They're not signed to major record labels. They're not getting the push they should be getting. So she's launching a platform called www.ammcradio.com. This is for you all, the consumers of music, consumers of culture. Let's just say consumers of good content, positive content. This is for you to subscribe today. So this way you could help support the artists in their endeavors. This is a very special initiative, and it requires just as much as talk back and support as M.A.L.I and all of our other institutions do. We should support every institution of good that we have in our community. I can't express that enough. Lastly, but not least, the book, The Pact, is out. The book, The Pact, is out. The spiritual friendship between Kiara Lubrick and Imam Wadfati Muhammad. May God be pleased with both of them and grant them the station in paradise, forgive them their sins. This is written by Roberto Catalano from Italy, who is a member of the folklore community. We celebrated this little book last 2 weeks ago, actually, the weekend that Imam Mujahideen Marsha got married. That next day, we were down at Masjid Freehaven delivering this program across the country and world. We had over 20 cities in America have watch parties, including in Canada and in the Philippines. It's a very important book. You should have it in your collection. You should read it to understand it, and you should get it for your non-Muslim friends and family members and your business people you work with, go to school with. It's a must read. Okay, so please consider buying the book, The Pact, The Spiritual Friendship between Kia Lubrick and Imam Muhammad. That's all announcements I have, Brother Jahideen. Did I miss anything, Brother Dean, Marsha?
Just one more. I know, Brother Man, you also be next week. They have you down in New Medina.
Oh, yes. Yes.
More than we can.
Yes. Everybody go.
Listen, keep it playing.
No, I don't know if it's proper to announce it here, but I have not notified them yet. It'll be last minute if I'm able to make it.
Okay.
You know, due to health reasons, but you know, I may not make it.
So show up. I mean, it was a last minute announcement, but hopefully, inshallah, for those who are able to make it, it's an annual thing. I think they're on their 37th annual one. So for those who can make it, it's a good model.
Yes.
For what we want our community to do throughout the country. And
yes.
we know that in any community, you definitely need the M.A.L.I system. So whether Imam is there, we know that his leadership will be there because that's a part of our community development. I heard you say one time you can't have New Africa without M.A.L.I, and I
there you go. You remember that?
Yes,
okay, alhamdulillah, you remember that?
Absolutely.
But, okay, that was the last thing I said last time. This time, if you come to the M.A.L.I conference and you're a vendor and you don't make any money, it's not our fault.
There
you have the wrong product. You bought the wrong product.
As he said in class, he'll give you a refund.
I give you a refund.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you tried that bean pie before? Have you tried
your bean pie?
Yeah. Have you tried that bean pie before?
Who was our bean pie?
The prosperity.
Oh man,
we
got a bean pie. We make sure we have one for you during the conference. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We got it on
I don't
reserve.
know. Okay. I don't know if I can eat bean pie now.
Okay.
But I'll eat it. No, give it to me. I'll eat it. I'll cheat.
Give a spoonful.
The beanie bites.
No. I'm gonna take my time.
Okay. All right.
I'll take my time. No, who makes the who makes the pie?
Yeah, I make it. I got my hands in it.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't had it. No.
Yes,
okay. And you telling the whole world sees this.
Yeah, that's all right. That's what we want.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna tell the whole. I'm gonna get on here and tell the whole world what it tastes like too.
That's what we want to.
Yes.
We confident in it. Don't worry about it. We confident.
The new and improved bean pie. It's not the original. It's new and improved.
As y'all can see, he's from D. He's from Detroit. He's from number 1.
Where the bean pie originated. Yes. Look, the bean pie originated in Detroit by I'm going to use this term, Mexican family. How, you didn't know that, did you?
Wait, at all?
A Mexican family?
Yeah, they're a Mexican or
the father was Mexican, brother.
Alfonso.
Alfonso, yeah, yep.
It came from his house. His father was Mexican.
Yeah. Sister Lulu Bell is his mother. Yep.
So would you believe You remember Chi-Chi's is a Mexican restaurant.
Yes.
So I had this bright idea. I'm gonna call Chi-Chi's and sell them, put the bean pie on their menu.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, makes sense, right?
Yes.
I called them. And the person answered the phone, he started laughing. He couldn't stop laughing. Oh, you want what? I said, a bean pie. Look, a bean pie would go perfect on a Mexican restaurant menu. And they were laughing. So I said, let me speak to the manager. He said, okay. The manager came, picked the phone up. He started laughing.
Uh-oh.
And they couldn't quit laughing. And I'm saying, no, I'm serious.
Right.
They could not take me serious. It was funny. And they told me the steps they had to go through. Yes. I tried to sell shea butter to the Pistons.
Mm.
You know, I got in contact with the trainer. You know, if he rubbed them down in shea butter, the muscles, after they play and before they play, they want to relax the muscles. Mm-hmm. Then when they stretch, they don't have to do as much stretching. Because the Africans ran a lot. You use the shea butter to rub their legs down, and they can run the next day without pulling muscles and things. Mm-hmm. So I explained this to and he has a Muslim name, the trainer, the head trainer. I got him on the phone. I sold him on it. He said, okay. Send me about 3 bottles. I sent him 3 bottles. He said, call me back in a week. I called him back. He said, yeah, it's good. But it has natural steroids in it, so we can't use it.
Okay. Yeah, because the
I said, wow. I said, but you would have used it? He said, oh, yeah. That's the year they won the championship.
Oh, wow.
And that's the year Chauncey Billups knew his legs.
He probably was using it on the side.
I called him back. I called him back and said, hey, one more thing. He said, who? Because you got to be real competitive. I say, you use my shea butter on Chauncey's legs because this year he didn't use his legs. He just started laughing and say, no.
Yes, he did.
Yes. But yes, the bean pie. Yes. All of these things we have to advance. We have to advance. Well, I'm going to try it. We're going to try it. I'm going to try the bean pie.
Okay, man. You're going to try the bean pie, and you're going to love it, inshallah. God willing. You're going to go on the M.A.L.I class.
And everybody is, well, they can't order bean pie, can they? Now, where are you at? You still in New Jersey?
Yeah, they go order it. Yeah.
Are you in Newark or what was the other? Where?
Jersey City.
You in Jersey City?
Oh,
so you're not. You was in. So you was in. What's the city that you were in?
Me?
Mujahideen was in what?
Where was I in? I was in New Jersey. I was in Philadelphia.
No, you was the imam. You was the imam where?
Oh, Trenton.
Trenton, yes, Trenton.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, I used to live in the Chamonix, not in the Chamonix. I used to live in Langhorne, across the bridge.
Okay, yeah, Pennsylvania.
But so you're not in Trenton?
No, I'm not in Trenton right now.
You're in Jersey City,
ma'am. He in my studio.
I see. My studio. I see. You got to cut that language out. It ain't my studio anymore.
Listen, I'm in a transition period.
Come to parenting. Oh, next year it's going to be marriage. This year parenting. Next year is marriage. We're working on a publication on marriage.
You said next year's marriage, man, Philippe?
Marriage is going to be a nice book.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be in there. I'm going to be in there for sure.
Marriage is going to be nice. Things that the Quran talks about in marriage, normally you don't hear. Every chapter is going to have something that you're going to learn about marriage from the Quran. But that's good. So you're in Jersey City.
Yes.
That's good. You at that the Jersey Masjid?
So I actually attend Masjid Muhammad in Newark.
Oh, in Newark.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's good. I've been to Jersey Masjid once. It was different. Well, New York and Newark was different to me. It was just a lot of people on the street. I never seen people like that.
Yeah.
No, it was different. That's good in Newark. And the Masjid Muhammad in Newark.
Yes.
Okay. That's what the Imam was that passed away, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Not the one who was just killed before Ali Muslim.
Yes.
Mhm.
Same
Yeah.
Masjid.
Ali Muslim.
Same
Okay.
Masjid. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Imam
that's
Salim,
good.
Imam Salim, we have a
good.
question before we close out. Imam Salim, we have a question.
Yes.
They said, will the M.A.L.I Conference have pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view.
You talk about live streaming? I think you talk about live streaming.
I don't know.
Well,
Philadelphia does the hosting.
yeah, Imam Salim, FYI, we're going to tell you right now, we do streaming as well. So next time you have an event, you can come talk to us too.
So you live streaming?
Yeah, we do. We do live streaming. Yeah.
What do you need? A phone? What do you need? I don't know. I don't know the state.
Yeah, we have everything. But if you wanted the option of having people who couldn't be there in person still view, we could help out.
Can you still do it? Is it too late to do it?
I don't think so.
Because we got
y'all need big equipment and stuff. What do you need to that live stream?
No, we have all of it. We have everything. We just need your okay.
You just saying you have it all. What is it? What do you have? Like I got a phone. What y'all got?
Oh, okay, man. We can talk offline. It ain't phones, man. We're not talking about just phones, okay? But alhamdulillah,
camera, laptop, stuff like that, basic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The people in Philadelphia, in our next meeting, I'll bring it up. But it's up to them.
Inshallah, yeah.
The host.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to cost money?
We'll talk offline.
Okay.
Hey,
yes.
Hey, Imam Salim, this has been a great program. Alhamdulillah, people.
Because
we appreciate you coming on tonight and giving us your insights, experience. Alhamdulillah. And we encourage our listening audience, those who are watching now, those who will watch later, to remember to support the M.A.L.I Institute, enroll in their classes for Quranic understanding, Arabic Quranic Arabic understanding, and also come out to the conference this year, June 28th and June 30th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Masjidullah. It's about parenting, so come on out and participate in the conversation. And until next time, same time, same place, next weekend, God willing, 7 p.m. Eastern. We will see you all then. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
You're okay.
Legacy, brothers and sisters, let's celebrate. Legacy, Muslim Journal, 60 years today. Legacy, our history, our perspective, our way. Legacy, Islam is our path, success away. Legacy, visit muslimjournal.net online. Legacy, text sponsor the 999. Legacy, 999. Legacy, muslimjournal.net online. Legacy, brothers and sisters, let's celebrate. Legacy, Muslim Journal, 60 years today. Legacy, our history, our perspective, our way. Legacy, Islam is our path, success away. Legacy, visit muslimjournal.net online. Legacy, text sponsor the 999. Legacy, 999. Legacy, muslimjournal.net.
Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown, shade of brown. They say the first cutter be the one that sets the tone, to add pressure to a lesser known flesh and bone, to look different than the picture shown, and to be a rebel means you're not about to settle till you get your own. This one's for all my outside of the box thinkers, with bumblebee stingers and paper cut fingers and scrapes on their kneecaps. I know the pain lingers, the healthy way to heal a broken wing is to give it love. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown.
it's all covered, that's groundages. We say it's all black when it's all love, and it's brown when it's all good. Groundages, we help heal the hurt. So put us on. I said you gotta put us on.
They ask me about religion, why? They ask me about my race and my tribe. They ask about my complexion, why? When they ask me, this is what I say. My grandfather was a Muslim, and my daddy was a Rasta. They were searching for the truth, and the Qur'anic gave the answer. They put their hands up in the sky, and they ask the Lord why. We not gonna worship the creation, we only pray to the Creator. Guidance is a gift that the Lord shall give to any man or woman, whether small or big. God said you must reflect, you have to use your mind. So now you know the reason why. My grandfather was a Muslim, and my daddy was a Rasta. They were searching for the truth. In the Quran they found the answer. They put their hands up to the sky, and they asked the Lord why. We not gonna worship the creation, we only pray to the Creator. The messenger of God, the best of creation. Peace and blessings be upon him and his one nation. He came to teach the world, came to free our souls, and the charity comes from a smile. So when you see me on the road, give me a smile. I say salam alaikum to my brothers, why? Cause it's peace for you, and it's peace for me. Peace from my granddaddy. My grandfather was a Muslim, and my daddy was a Rasta. They were searching for the truth. In the Quran they found the answer. They put their hands up to the sky, and they asked the Lord why. We not gonna worship the creation, we only pray to the Creator. My grandfather was a Muslim, and my daddy was a Rasta. They were searching for the truth. In the Quran they found the answer. They found what they were looking for. They put their hands up in the sky, and they asked the Lord why. We not gonna worship the creation, we only pray to the Creator. My grandfather was a Muslim, and my daddy was a Rasta. They were searching for the truth, and the Qur'anic gave the answer. They put their hands up.